Riders fans, this is Creative Lines on Fox Raceway 2. Yeah, they had 2 Fox Raceways. So, this is on the back portion of the track. Tomac and Sexton were one of the only riders that I saw do this. There was probably others, but it was a section where you were coming off a little tabletop into some braking bumps to a left-hander, and most riders were just kind of hitting all the braking bumps big, slowing down, maybe trying to take a breather, having this jackhammer motion with the bike just going crazy. But these riders, they were racing up front, and they were actually able to jump off of the braking bumps. Yes, turn the braking bumps into doubles. So watch it in real time. Yeah, very intuitive, incredibly intuitive. So let's break it down. So riders, Tomac's coming down, and you can actually see him preload off the first one, right? Watch his body. It's all sucked in that attack position. Boom. It gets released. He doubles. And then even the next one, when riders normally would be just going through the motions, braking, trying to take a little bit of a break, letting the suspension just go haywire, he's off the brakes and blipping the throttle. Watch him again. Preload. Rop to double it. And then Chase behind him does the same thing. And Chase wasn't doing this before until he got close to Tomac. So this is one of those things when you have professional riders, they see the rider in front of them do it, they can just adapt right away. Where the majority of us humans, we would have to pull off the track and look at it and then try it several times before we could execute it. We see this a lot in Supercross. It's actually more impressive in Supercross because, you'll see somebody bust out a quad into a corner, and then the next lap you see 2-3 people bust out a quad into a corner. It's fantastic. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Stewart, I had some reservations when he was first announced to be one of the announcers, but yes, surprisingly, he did an extraordinary job in even both times, which made, when I was talking to DC, and DC told me he was coming back for Fox Raceway 2, I was like, dude, you need to have that guy in the booth like freaking the whole season. He sees stuff, he points stuff out, he's concise with his words, which is difficult, especially for a motocross rider that, A, you don't have a whole lot of schooling, and B, you hit your head really hard, right? Those are just the anomalies that most broadcasters don't have to deal with, So he caught something that I was going to put in my video, and, he showed everybody live on air, which he's done that multiple times. So, James, congrats, but I need you to stop doing the creative lines so much, okay? So this was the roller section where most guys were going wide, and then they were just kind of front wheel up on the first 3 rollers to just, and then end up doubling out. Where Chase was actually going, wheeling to the first one, then he was scrubbing, and then he was seat bouncing to try to triple over the other one, and then double out, so he didn't have a single there. And it seemed faster if he could get it, but that triple is a large triple, and that's why I think most riders weren't doing it, because they couldn't get over it. So let's watch it in real time. Tomac's on the outside, Sexton's on the inside. And then he gets to double out as opposed to a single out. And why I believe it's so much faster is because, A, you're starting from the inside, and then you don't have that single on the way out. But if we watch Tomac is coming in, standing on the pegs, beautiful form, right? Front wheel up, boom, hits it, and he's not scrubbing, just front wheel up, boom, hits the next one, and then he's able to kind of go double, single. And then watch Sexton on the inside. He's goes front wheel, tries to double that one because there's a bump on the inside there, where Tomac doesn't have that bump. Okay, so here's another jump for the inside to potentially slow people down. So the only way you could make this line work is if you're doing it from the inside of Sexton. And then he's scrubbing the next one, which could slow you down if he's letting off quite a bit, but he has to, because if he jumps off of this, he's not going to have enough just area of track to seat bounce. So he scrubs, and then he's going to give it everything he has. Watch him sit down, compress the rear end, so he's trying to get that pogo stick, and watch his body. Boom, up. Barely makes it. But that factory suspension does a good job. He's a strong enough dude. Weighs 300 pounds. Boom. And last, it's not really a creative line, but it's more of like a bonus of something that I saw, is Tomac. Look at how much further down his hole shot device is compared to everyone else's. You know, like it looks fairly close, but it's like another half an inch, and that's all it takes. And that tells me that Yamaha is creating a lot of rear wheel power, that they are not wanting that sucker to wheelie over. You know, like look at Norin. His is quite a bit higher. Anderson's looks close, but I would argue that Tomac's is even further down. So this is Johnny F and Hopper. Thanks for watching MX Unfiltered. Keep it WFO. I've got more stuff planned this week. So, till next time. Bra-da-da-da-da-whoa.